Football Facts Presents. Best starting 11 coming through the youth ranks of Santos. Goalkeeper Rafael Cabral. At the age of 13 he joined the academy of Santos, and at the age of 20 he made his debut for the club. In 2011 at the age of 21 he was the main goalkeeper as Santos went on to win the Copa Libertadores. He also won 3 Paulista titles, 1 Brazilian Cup and 1 Copa Sudamericana. In 2013 he moved to Napoli. On his second season after the departure of Reina he became the main keeper under the management of Rafael Benitez. In 2015 Sarri arrived as manager and Reina returned as keeper. Cabral was not first choice anymore but stayed at the club until 2018. He won the Coppa Italia in 2014 and he was also the main protagonist on the Supercoppa final of the same year against Juventus by saving 2 penalties on the shootout. In 2018 he was signed on free by Sampdoria. Centre-back Alex da Costa. Alex made his debut with Santos in 2002 at the age of 18. He stayed until 2004 and won 2 Brazilian championships. Chelsea signed him in 2004 but on the first 3 seasons he was on loan to PSV due to work permit. He would win 3 Dutch championships and 1 cup before returning to Chelsea in 2007. He helped the Blues to win the Premier League once and the FA Cup twice. In January of 2012 he was signed by PSG where he won the French League twice and the League Cup once. In 2014 he was transferred to AC Milan where he finished his career after 2 seasons. With Brazil he played 15 games and won the Copa America in 2007. Centre-back Joel Camargo. Joel joined Santos at the age of 17 from Portuguesa Santista. He would develop at one of the best players of the squad. During his time at the club he won 1 Copa Libertadores, 4 Brazilian championships and 5 Paulista titles. He later played for PSG but without much success. With Brazil he played 38 times and was part of the squad that won the World Cup in 1970. Right back Zito. Originally a midfielder, Zito played occasionally as full-back. He joined Santos at a young age and would develop to an integral part of the squad. He was part of the amazing team during 1960s, dominating Brazil and South America. He retired in 1967, winning 2 Copa Libertadores, 2 Intercontinental Cups, 5 Brazilian championships and 9 Paulista titles. With Brazil he played 52 games and scored 3 goals. He was one of the most important players as Brazil won the World Cups of 1958 and 1962. Left back Emerson Palmieri. Emerson Palmieri made his first steps with Santos and started developing his skills at a young age. At the age of 20 he moved to Palermo on loan where he was acting mostly as a backup. At the end of the season he was transferred to Roma where he stayed for 2.5 seasons. Despite having a serious injury in 2017, Chelsea signed him in January of 2018 where he is still playing. At international level he represented Brazil at youth level. Since he was eligible for Italy due to his mother's ancestry, he switched nationalities and since 2018 he represents Italy. Defensive midfielder Clodoaldo. One of the best midfielders of his generation, he started playing with Santos in 1966 at the age of 17. He spent almost his whole career with the club winning 1 Brazilian championship and 5 Paulista titles. In 1980 he joined American side Tampa Bay Rowdies and 1 year later he returned in Brazil for Nacional where he ended his career. With Brazil he played 38 games and scored 1 goal. He is mostly remembered on the final of the 1970 World Cup when he dribbled around 4 Italian players on his own half which led it on the 4th goal of Brazil from Carlos Alberto on a final 4-1 victory. Central midfielder Diego. He joined Santos at the age of 11 and he would make his debut for the club in 2002 at the age of 16. During the next 2 years he was regular as Santos won the championship in 2002 and 2004. Before the end of the 2004 season he was transferred to Porto where he won 1 Intercontinental Cup and 1 Portuguese championship. In 2006 he was signed from Werder Bremen, where he helped the team to win the German Cup, assisting Ozil on the sole goal of the game against Leverkusen. He was then signed by Juventus for €25 million, but after one season he was transferred to Wolfsburg. In 2011 he was loaned to Atletico Madrid, helping the team to win the Europa League by scoring the third goal on the final against Athletic Club. At the end of the season he returned to Wolfsburg, but after 18 months he returned to Atletico, helping the team to win La Liga and also finish as runners-up of the Champions League. He is currently playing for Flamengo and so far won one Carioca title. With Brazil he played 34 games and has won 2 Copa Americas. Attacking midfielder Neymar. At the age of 11 he was spotted by the scouts of Santos and entered the youth academy of the club. In 2009, still at the age of 17, he made his debut and immediately impressed. By next season he was one of the best players of the team, leading Santos to 3 consecutive Paulista titles. In 2011 he led the team to the first Copa Libertadores since 1963, as he was the man of the match on the final against Peñarol. He also won the Brazilian Cup and the Recopa Sudamericana. In 2013 he moved to Barcelona, where he would form one of the most lethal attacking trios with Messi and Suarez. He won La Liga twice, the Champions League once, 3 Copa del Rey, 1 UEFA Super Cup and 1 Club World Cup. In 2015 Barcelona won the treble with Neymar scoring the third goal on the Champions League final against Juventus. In 2017 PSG met his buyout clause of €222 million, making him the most expensive transfer in the history of football. On his first season he won the French League, the Cup and the League Cup. Despite being only 26, he has already played 96 times for Brazil and scored 60 times. He is expected to break the record of Pele for the all-time top scorer at Brazil, which is 77, and also the one of Cafu for the most capped player, which is 142. So far he participated in 2 World Cups and has won the Confederations Cup in 2013. Neymar also helped Brazil to win the Olympic Games in 2016 in Rio de Janeiro. Right winger Robinho. At the age of 18 in 2002 he made his debut and immediately impressed. After winning 2 Brazilian championships he was transferred to Real Madrid in 2005, where he helped the team to win 2 La Ligas. In 2008 he moved to Manchester City. On his first season he played well, but his second was marked with an injury. During the transfer window he was loaned to Santos, helping his team to win the Brazilian Cup and the Paulista title. At the end of the season he moved to AC Milan, where he would stay until 2014, winning Serie A in 2011. He had another spell with Santos in 2015, where he won another Paulista title, and later for Chinese club Guangzhou Evergrande, where he won the championship. On February of 2016 he moved to Atletico Mineiro, where he was the top scorer of the Brazilian championship. He also helped the team to win the Mineiro title in 2017. At the end of his contract on December of 2017 he joined Turkish club Sivasspor, where he is still playing. With Brazil he played 100 times and scored 28 goals. He participated in 2 World Cups and has won the Confederations Cup twice and the Copa America once. Left winger Pepe. Pepe spent his whole career with Santos. In 1954, at the age of 19, he made his debut for the club and would go on to play until 1969. During his time at the club he played 750 games and scored 405 goals. He won the Copa Libertadores 2 times, the Brazilian Championship 5 times, the Paulista title 10 times and the Intercontinental Cup twice. With the national team he played 41 games and scored 22 goals. He was part of the team which won the World Cups of 1958 and 1962. He later moved in coaching, where his biggest achievement was the Brazilian Championship with São Paulo in 1986. Striker Pele. Regarded by many as the best player of all time, Pele was sent on a trial to Santos at the age of 15. He impressed, and in 1956 he signed a contract. Before even turning 16 he made his debut for the club, and before even turning 17 he made his debut for Brazil. With Santos he won 6 Brazilian championships, the Copa Libertadores 2 times, the Paulista title 10 times and the Intercontinental Cup twice. In 1958, still at 17, he led Brazil on its first World Cup as he scored 6 goals including 2 on the final against Sweden. In 1962 he was injured during the second game and missed the remaining of the tournament. Brazil would go on to win the World Cup despite Pele's injury. In 1970 he would win his third World Cup after Brazil won Italy 4-1 on the final. He is still the only player who won the competition 3 times. He has scored 77 goals in 92 appearances for his national team and he is the all-time top scorer. In 1974 he retired as player of Santos, but in 1975 he returned in action for New York Cosmos, where he would win the Soccer Bowl in 1977. What other players do you think deserve to be on this starting 11? Comment below. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel if you enjoy our work. Thanks for watching.